Welcome to this introduction of Options Trading Authority's right side F3 stocks and options swing trading system. The swing be with you, and may you be with the swing. Okay, so we have some ancient wisdom here in the logo. Home study course, options trading system, stock trading system. All right, now, what's this right side concept? Now, there's another right side brand out there somewhere. I believe we were there first, but it's cool. Go check out their stuff. Right side means that you want to be on the right side of the market. That means you want to be on Mr. Market's happy side versus Mr. Market's angry or grumpy side. Okay? Mr. Market is like a father figure. Okay, and then I get this Mr. Market name from Benjamin Graham and Warren Buffett. Okay, you can call it the marketplace. You can call it whatever you want. And what's going on here is that Mr. Market has certain ways of doing things and rules. And if you're cool with Mr. Market and you do what Mr. Market says, you can be very well rewarded. But if you go against Mr. Market and you want to do your own thing, then Mr. Market is going to have some disciplinary measures for your trading account. Okay? And so you're going to get the paddle. Okay? You're going to get the spanking. And I don't know when you grew up. If you're younger, I don't know if you got spankings. Back in the old days and centuries and millennia past, if you're a kid and you misbehave, it's time to get the paddle. Okay, time to get the, whatever they call it, the switch. What was that, like a stick? I don't know. So, anyways, the point is, you're gonna get spanked, smacked, whatever you want to call it. It's gonna be a financial and emotional disciplinary experience. Okay, so you're gonna lose if you keep going against how the marketplace works. So what you want to do is you want to get on the right side of the marketplace. You want to get on the right side of Mr. Market and be cool, be cordial, coordinate, harmonize with the marketplace. But you can't be your plain old human self, okay? You can't follow your emotions and your mind. Now, this is even sounding like a spiritual thing, isn't it? Wow, that's interesting. Okay. But so the marketplace, I guess you can learn a lot from the marketplace, the stock market and price action. It's kind of like how everything works and fits into ratios and numbers and universal mathematics and all this cool stuff we're learning about these days. And so this is all very interesting stuff. Who ever thought you would learn about all these types of things from getting to learn how price action works in the marketplace? Look, if you learn how to get on the right side of the marketplace, it's kind of like doing the right thing. It's, getting on the right side of the marketplace coordinates well with your intuition knowing, okay? Your knowing of what's right. You can call that your instinct. You can call that your conscience, maybe. I mean, different people may have different terminology for these things. And, probably there are experts out there who've figured out and thought quite well about the differentiation between, that source of right and wrong in your gut versus the thoughts that are swirling around in your head versus the thoughts that just pop in your head out of the blue, which usually, get you in a lot of trouble, especially right before the market closes. And then, you have the emotions. Oh, the emotions. Oh, disgusting. Okay? All they do is cause trouble. Now, if you're a musician, well, emotions are very good. You can, do a lot of good things with those. If you're in a relationship, well, I guess well-timed emotions are very important. Okay, I mean, maybe more so in the past. People seem to want to be more like robots these days, and so on and so forth. Whatever, right? Okay, so in the marketplace, we've got a few things going on, okay? And if we follow our emotions in the marketplace, man, we are going to get smacked, okay? We're going to get smacked. I mean, you're looking at 98.9% losing, okay? So we don't want to do that. And so what we need to do is we need to do the right thing. We need to do the thing that coordinates with our intuition, our conscience. Not our conscious, but our conscience. Okay, where we know what's right and wrong. That sense of what's right and wrong on our inside. Most people would say it's the conscience and that it knows right and wrong. Okay, so. But the problem is trying to follow our conscience in the marketplace is really difficult, and it takes a lot of energy, and it takes a lot of focus. And I used to be a intuitive, I don't know if you call it a conscience trader, but an intuitive trader, most would call it. And I would do very well. And I developed that, though, from a young age, so maybe that helped me develop my intuition a little bit better than someone maybe who starts a little later, who has a more complicated life, like family and kids and all these crazy things going on all over the place. So anyways, point is that one day I stumbled upon the concept of a price chart. When I was younger, I said, what are these squiggly looking lines on a piece of paper for? And all these little, seismograph looking things and mountain looking things. And so I started looking into them. I said, gee, that's interesting. And I was always a big math fan. And so I started getting more and more interested. And plus I have a lot of music experience, believe it or not. And so I was used to reading patterns, okay, and groupings of notes and phrases and how these phrases fit into overall sections, okay, into movements and things like that. So I started to be able to group these pricing together, and I like staring at these price charts. They made me feel nice. Okay, so I kept looking at these price charts, and I started putting these groupings together in their compartments, into their wordings, you can say, into their sentences, into their or phrases, into sentences, into paragraphs, into into sections, okay, chapters, and whatever you want to call these. And so you saw I started to see how these things started to fit together. Okay, so then I realized, hey, there are cerebral things you can do that are very simple that coordinate in with intuition. Whereas this intuition or this gut instinct or this conscience fits in cool with Mr. Market. And so therefore, develop this right side philosophy. You want to get on the right side of Mr. Market, okay? Or the marketplace. Mr. Market, I use those two terms. Mr. Market isn't necessarily the same thing as the marketplace in my description of how the marketplace works. Okay, Mr. Market's more like a person. I picked that concept up from, if I even understand their rendition of the marketplace, that Warren Buffett and Benjamin Graham. If I'm, pardon if I'm not talking about the same thing. I think I took off on my own version of Mr. Market. Okay, but then there's the marketplace, which is just it's basically a big battleground, you can call it, or a big sports arena where we're all trying to take each other's money. Okay, it's another approach. And I mean, speaking of spiritual things, you can even say that. I mean, some people may even say that when you listen to these thoughts that pop into your head, that are usually mixed with some little sparkly emotion or fear or greed, as people like to talk about a lot, fear and greed, pretty broad emotions, but pretty broad terms to say that. But, when you sell at the very exact bottom or you buy at the very exact top, have you ever done that before? Well, you have you ever noticed that you were in an extreme emotional state when you did that? I mean, and your timing was perfect. Then did you ever think about, whoa, wait a minute, how was I even able to do that? So then maybe you started getting more creative thoughts like, well, if I was actually able to do that intuitively, there must be some sort of law or universal principle behind that. I mean, if you were able to do that consistently in the past, particularly if you've done a lot of day trading, then where you're kind of winging it, okay, then you have to realize that, wait a minute, how was I able to be so accurate? But I mean, even though you're accurately wrong, I mean, you're still accurate. All right. So then, therefore, if you can reverse engineer that principle, wow, that can be very powerful. But anyways, I thought I'd just throw that concept in there, okay, because it's kind of related to being on the right side of the market. Now, usually we're not going to feel like being on the right side of the market, okay? You're not going to feel like it. That's why we need to use cerebral actions. So this right side F3 system is a basic core type of system. Okay, it trades day bars, just regular day-to-day bars. And we're going to just swing trade in time because right side 3.0 goes on the micro swing level, okay? And right side 2 does as well. And so right side 2.0, I think I had a right side 2 and 3. I just mixed that all up. Anyways, 3.0, that's the old, stalwart. People really like that system, okay? That'll help you out a lot too. Okay, getting on the micro swing trend with the right side 3.0 is very helpful. Now, right side F3 is designed to give you a great swing flow with the marketplace, and it does quite well. Let's just look at the QQQs, okay? Because, QQQs, they're just, they're all right. They're much better trading stocks to swing trade, okay? Or I should say better swing trading stocks, yeah. So you can look at the performance here. We've started putting these charts so you can just click on them and whoop, they pop up, and then you can click on this thingy to get a bigger image, okay? And then you can see the progression here. What's this? Stocks, 1,000 shares, okay? So it's an ETF, but it's kind of the label. All right, just go with the label there. So it's like a stock, right? It's ETF. But anyway, so you can see the progression here if you traded 1,000 shares. Well, this is quite a chart. This is, of course, if you want to look at a great performance chart, if you can look at a chart that looks like a tough mountain to climb, then it's a really impressive chart, okay? So the tougher it looks to climb, the better performance you have going on there. Anyway, so you can click on these and you can get a picture of the performance. What's this? The options points? No, stock points, cumulative, options points, cumulative options points. So started making these labels better. Some of the labels aren't very good. Anyways, I'm running out of time. So you can come here and check this performance record, okay? It's pretty excellent for such a great basic core type of, well, it's basic to me. But anyways, you can see the progression. The system's based on system rules, okay? So, profits. Hold on a second. Okay, I had Pop's Claw up there, which is an impressive system, if I do say so myself. But anyways, I'm running out of time totally. So come on over to the right side F3. You can see the progression here. Great solid system. I think it'll help many of you get your breakthrough that you finally Need and want. All right. Thank you.